Dear students, continuing the last lesson, I am to discuss question and answers today. The first question is, why was the narrator of the last lesson in dread of going to school? Its answer is, the narrator, little Frank, was in dread of going to school because he didn't learn the task that was given. He was in fear of being scolded by the teacher and handed. So he wanted to stay away and wanted to pass his time back the sawmill. Russian soldiers were drilling and birds were chirping. It attracted him, but he did not stay aside. He entered into the school campus thinking that it is better. Second question is there, how was France affected by a Franco-Prussian war? France was affected by Franco-Prussian war in various ways, but most important part is there that the two districts, Alsace and Lorraine, were captured, and in place of French, German language was given on to him. They were forced to continue to read German, not French. The Franco-Prussian War happened in 1871 to 72, and German language was given there just to show that the people of the area are no more the territory of France. They became German now. By this way, they wanted to explain that they were the part of Prussia, not of France. Another question, what changes did the narrator of last lesson notice in the school that day? Various changes were noticed by the narrator that day. Three major changes are there that is to be noticed by the students. First of all, the school was quite calm like Sunday morning. No sound of the students were seen or heard. In all other days, students would repeat the lessons in unison. Closing and opening of the box was there. Sometimes teacher would also rap the ruler on the desk. These were the usual sounds. But today, it was like Sunday morning. Second changes that he noticed was the teacher wore green coat, frilled shirt and embroidered cap. Usually he wore this type of clothes on inspection or prize days. The third change that the narrator noticed was that the villagers were sitting in the back benches. Old mayor, retired postmaster, Hodger, these persons were there sitting. These benches were vacant in all other days. So these three changes are to be noticed. Another question is there. How did M. Hamel convince the students the importance of language? When the narrator was asked to speak on participle, the narrator could not speak even a word of it because he could not learn anything. Then M. Hamel, the teacher, convinced him where they had come. From next day, they will have to read German, not French. Every day they said that the work will be completed tomorrow, but tomorrow never appeared. Tomorrow French will not be taught, his own language will not be taught. They will have to read German, not French. He made them understand that their parents were also responsible that they could not read properly. They sent them to the farm to earn a little more. And he also felt that he was also responsible that the students could not learn their language. He said whenever he wanted to go for fishing, he gave holidays to them. By this way, he said German is the language that is being given to them to read, not French. French is the most logical language in the world. It is the most beautiful language, and they could not leave it. So many things were there that made him feel that he was a nationalist, he was thinking for the language. Related to it, one more question is there. I would attach it with the same question. When people are enslaved, as long as they hold fast to their language, it is as if they had the key to the prison. A people means people of a nation or a nation. When a people means when people of a nation are enslaved, means become slave, and if they hold fast to their language, that language work as the key. Key means opening something. So the language work as a key to come out of slavery. He has to say, language is the tool that is landmark of nationality and identity of a person, that the person belong to particular nation, that is known through a language. Such a condition is there in France, and so many regions are there where another language or the nation who rule over it and just give their own language to continue. Just another question is there. Will they make them sing in German, even the pigeons? Explain. Usually this type of question appears. Will they make them sing in German, even the pigeons? This statement is spoken by the narrator. When there was writing work in the class, the teacher wrote France Alsace on the board, and students have to repeat. All the students repeated those writings on their notebook. Only the scratching of pen was heard. No other sound was heard. Only the scratching of pen. At the same time, the narrator thought over it. How sorry the teacher was there. He understood every word of the teacher, because he is thinking about the importance of the language. At the same time, he heard cooing of pigeons, and he said, will they make them sing in German, even the pigeons? He has to say, one can rule over a territory, a region, but not over a mind. Mind cannot be ruled over by anybody. So, through this statement, he has to say that he has also a thinking of a nation, that he will not accept the foreign rule. He will not accept the language that is being given to them. And mind cannot be ruled by anybody. One more question I want to explain. How did Friends' feeling about M. Hamel and school change? Initially, Hamel was of the view that the teacher was very cranky, very cruel one. But later on, he becomes very loyal to the teacher. He is listening his words very attentively, and every word of the teacher is there in his mind. He can repeat it today. And school was also a nuisance for him because it was a place to be given punishment. But today he has no fear of any punishment. He is thinking about the teacher who has given 40 years of faithful service. And during this period, so many plants grew, and teacher is so sad that he is leaving the place. He is sorry that he could not teach the students properly. He could not give more service, and he is sad that their language is being taken away. So these things made him think differently. He is thinking about the teacher and the school also changed. Thank you. These questions are there. That will work. You can ask any other questions, and more explanation if is needed there. You can make question. You can make comments. I will answer it. So like and subscribe. You will have more questions and answers, and you can make open questions. Okay, thank you.